December in the U.S. can be brutal. It's cold, it's dark, and usually it's just a lot of gray slush. But what if I told you there are places that actually get better when the temperature drops? I'm talking about places that turn into full-blown holiday movie sets, and that's why I'm ignoring the freezing temps and diving straight into the magic. I've rounded up the top 10 best places to visit in the U.S. this December that will actually make you fall in love with winter. Let's grab some hot cocoa and let's get into it. Coming in at number 10, we have Breckenridge in Colorado. Now, this isn't just some ski resort built in the 80s. Breck is a legit Victorian mining town that just happens to sit at the base of some of the best skiing in North America. The vibe here is high-energy cozy. It's packed with people who love the outdoors, so there's this buzzing, kinetic feel to the place. But once the sun goes down, it settles into that classic après-ski glow. It feels authentic, like a snow globe that actually knows how to party. You've got Main Street lined with colorful 19th century buildings, dusted in fresh powder, and lit up like a Christmas tree. If you go, you absolutely cannot miss Main Street for the vibes. But for the real magic, take the free gondola ride up to Peak 8, just for the view. But do not get sucked into the dining trap on Main Street during prime time without a reservation. You will wait 2 hours for a burger. Walk a block over to Ridge Street instead. But Breck isn't exactly a budget bin destination. You're looking at about $400 a night for a decent spot if you want to be close to the action. A solid dinner for two with drinks is going to run you around $120. If you factor in lift tickets, which are pricey, your daily budget is easily going to hit $500 to $600 per person. And the unfiltered truth? The altitude is no joke. You are at 9,600 feet. You will feel winded just tying your shoes, and the hangover hits twice as hard. Drink water, folks. Serious amounts of water. Coming in at number 9, we are heading to the West Coast for something a little trippy. Solvang in California. Imagine if a Danish village got airlifted and dropped into the middle of sunny California wine country. The vibe here is Hygge light. It's incredibly charming, smells like cardamom and sugar, and feels a little bit like a high-end theme park, but in a good way. It's relaxed, sunny, and very photogenic. You'll see these windmills, thatched roofs, and bakeries on every corner. In December, they host Jule Fest, and the whole town transforms into this Hygge-filled holiday fantasy. You can't miss the Jule Fest Nisser adventure. It's a gnome hunt that gets you exploring the town. But here's the trap. The generic souvenir shops selling plastic Viking helmets. Skip 'em. Go to the Jule Hus for actual authentic decor. Wallet-wise, it's a premium weekend spot. Hotels jump up in December, so expect to pay around $380 a night. Dinner is decent. Maybe $100 for two, especially if you're drinking local Pinot. Budget about $300 a day per person, mostly spent on hotels and pastries. It's perfect if you want the Christmas aesthetic without the frostbite. Number 8 is for the diehards. We are going to the North Pole in Alaska. Yes, that is the real name of the town. This isn't just a Christmas theme, it's their entire municipal identity. Streetlights look like candy canes, and streets are named Kris Kringle Drive. But the real draw? The Northern Lights. December is prime time to see the aurora borealis dancing over a frozen, silent landscape. It is raw, elemental, and absolutely inspiring. The vibe is hearty warmth. It's 20 below zero outside, but the people are incredibly welcoming. It feels less like Disney and more like a frontier outpost that just really loves Santa. Obviously, you have to visit the Santa Claus house. It's cheesy, but you gotta do it. Financially, Alaska is weird. Hotels are actually cheaper in winter, maybe $200 a night, but food is pricey because everything has to be shipped in. Dinner for two at a diner can easily hit $100. Plan on spending $400 a day if you're doing guided aurora tours. But don't cheap out on your rental car. This is the trap. Tourists rent economy cars to save cash and then realize they don't have an engine block heater or winter tires. In 30 below, that car is a brick. You get maybe 4 hours of twilight a day. It messes with your head, and the cold is lethal if you aren't prepared. At number 7, we have the self-proclaimed Christmas City, USA, Bethlehem in Pennsylvania. The vibe is nostalgic but gritty. It feels real. This place is a really cool mashup of colonial history and industrial grit. You've got the historic Moravian downtown, which looks like a Dickens novel, and then across the river, you've got the steel stacks, massive rusted blast furnaces from the old steel plant that serve as the backdrop for their Christ Kindle marked. It is steampunk meets Santa, and I am here for it. But the trap here is the crowd. On weekends, it's shoulder to shoulder in those tents. If you're claustrophobic, it's a nightmare. Just go on a Thursday or Friday afternoon. It's also one of the most affordable spots on our list. You can get a hotel for around $200 a night. Dinner for two at a brew pub is a solid $80. You can do this trip right for about $200 a day per person. The unfiltered truth? The weather here is famously May. It's usually not a white Christmas. It's a wet, gray, 38-degree Christmas. It's slush city, so bring waterproof boots. Why is the Moravian star the best decoration? Because it's always the star of the show. Sliding in at number 6 is Asheville in North Carolina. This is for those of you who want a Gilded Age fantasy. The vibe is Mountain Metro. The main event is the Biltmore Estate. It's the largest private home in America, and in December, they go absolutely ham on decorations. Dozens of Christmas trees, miles of garland, and live choirs. It's opulent, it's fancy, and it feels like you've stepped into Downton Abbey. Downtown Asheville is funky, full of breweries and art, while the estate is pure luxury. It's a cool contrast. Definitely do the candlelight Christmas evening tour at the Biltmore. It's worth the splurge. But hold on to your wallets, friends. Biltmore tickets alone are over $100 a pop. Hotels near the estate run $350 plus. A nice dinner is going to be $120 easy. Budget at least $400 a day if you want the full experience. It's expensive. For a family of 4, one day at the Biltmore is a car payment. Also, don't count on driving the Blue Ridge Parkway for views. It's almost always closed for ice in December. Number 5 is the big one, Jackson Hole in Wyoming. This is the apex of American winter luxury. The vibe is sophisticated frontier. It's cowboys and billionaires. You'll see guys in cowboy hats standing next to tech moguls in $2,000 ski jackets. The scenery is dramatic, the Tetons jutting straight up out of the snow. The town square has these iconic arches made of elk antlers wrapped in LED lights. It feels wild, rugged, and incredibly expensive. You gotta take a photo at the antler arches, obviously. But the trap is the $1 Million Cowboy Bar. It's famous, but the line is always out the door and full of tourists. Go to the Virginian for a more authentic saloon feel. Speaking of money, ouch. Hotels are going to start at $600 a night for anything decent. Dinner for 2? You're lucky to get out for under $200. And lift tickets are astronomical. Daily budget? $800 a person, easy. Sometimes the valley gets socked in with freezing fog for days while the mountaintops are sunny. It can be gray and grim in town. Number 4 is for my snowbirds, St. Augustine in Florida. The vibe is tropical nostalgia. It's romantic, historic, and relaxed. It feels like a holiday postcard from 1920. This is the oldest European settlement in the U.S., and they host the Nights of Lights Festival. They drape the entire Spanish colonial downtown in 3 million white lights. No multicolor chaos, just elegant, warm white lights everywhere. It's stunning, and you can walk around in a light jacket. Walk the Plaza de la Constitución. It's the heart of the show. But here is the major trap, the trolley tours. The lines are hours long. Do not do it. Book a water tour instead and see the lights from the bay. No crowds, better views. But the issue is the traffic. The streets were built for horses in the 1600s, not SUVs in 2025. Gridlock is real. Park outside the city and walk in, or you will spend your vacation looking at taillights. It's also pretty reasonable. You can find a hotel for $250, and dinner for two is a solid $90. Daily budget is around $250. What's a ghost's favorite spot in St. Augustine? The dead center of town. Getting into the top 3, we have Santa Fe in New Mexico. This place touches the soul. It's not about glitz, it's about farolitos, those little paper bags with candles inside lining the adobe walls. The air smells like piñon wood smoke. It's spiritual, artistic, and quiet. It's a high desert winter that feels ancient and organic. The vibe is quietly magical. It's slow-paced. You drink hot chocolate, you look at art, you eat spicy food. It's very zen. The Canyon Road, Farolito Walk on Christmas Eve is legendary, but the altitude and the sleepy factor. At 7,000 feet, one margarita hits like 3, and the town shuts down early. This is not a nightlife city. Prices are moderate to high. Santa Fe knows what it's worth. Hotels are around $250. Dinner is $100. Daily budget sits around $300. Runner-up at number 2 is Woodstock in Vermont. This is the Stars Hollow of the real world. It's the Platonic ideal of a New England village. Covered bridge? Check. Village green? Check. Perfect colonial homes with wreaths in every window? Double check. During their wassail weekend, they have a parade with horses and riders in period dress. The vibe is old money cozy. It feels established, quiet, and incredibly safe. It's like walking onto a movie set. You have to walk across the middle bridge for the photo op. But the trap is buying maple syrup and flannel in the village boutiques. That is the tourist tax. Drive 10 minutes out of town to a grocery store or farm stand for the same stuff at half the price. But it's tiny. You can see the whole town in 20 minutes. If you need constant entertainment, you might get bored. It's for relaxing, period, but perfection costs. Hotels like the Woodstock Inn are $450 plus a night. Dinner is going to be $120. It's an affluent little bubble. Daily budget is around $400. And finally, the number 1 best place to visit this December is Leavenworth in Washington. This place is the ultimate escape. It was a dying logging town in the 60s that decided to save itself by turning into a full-blown Bavarian village. And they committed. Every building, even the gas station, has to be Bavarian style. In December, tucked into the snowy Cascade Mountains with 500,000 lights, it is pure magic. The vibe is joyful kitsch. It's bratwurst, glühwein, and alpenhorns. It feels like you teleported to the Alps. It is unpretentious, fun, and absolutely beautiful. Front Street Park is the center of the action, but the trap is the line for food. Waiting 2 hours for a sausage is insanity. Eat at weird times or hit the grab-and-go windows. The catch? The crowds. On weekends, it's a mosh pit of people in puffer jackets. It's packed. Go midweek if you want to actually breathe. And getting there over Stevens Pass can be sketchy in snow. Take the Amtrak train. It drops you right in town. Demand is high, so hotels are pricey, $350 plus a night. Cheap eats like sausages keep food costs down, so dinner might only be $80. Daily budget is around $300 to $400. Why was the tourist confused in Leavenworth? He thought it was a worst-case scenario, but it was the best. So, there you have it. The U.S. brings the heat and the snow in December. Winter travel doesn't have to be miserable. It can be the best trip you take all year if you pick the right spot. I want to know, which one of these places got your interest? Or did I miss your favorite winter gem? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more travel truths. Stay warm out there and keep exploring.